Hello, hello, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to Returners Hideout number 304, Steel and Sorcery. Welcome, happy Wednesday, good evening. Hello, Mr. Kurt. Good evening. How you doing? Welcome to Wednesday. Yes, Brett, good to see you on the YouTube side. How's it going? Go ahead and get our octagon fired up here. We've got 14 players tonight. When you know it, we've got this event and only one more weekly before the national championships for North America, folks, and it is getting really exciting. I think if you're anything like me and you've been jamming a bunch of these games recently trying to figure out what to play, there are so many options. The field is so open that it's going to be a really healthy spread. I think it's going to be really cool event, man. I'm really excited for this tournament. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun to play in it and see what everybody brings to the table. That all being said, let's see what people are bringing to the table tonight, huh? I bet there's gonna be some cool stuff to see. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Let me take a peek. I didn't even look at what games we've got yet. I'm still getting myself all set up over here and squared. I did promise you guys that I would have the cam set up last week, so I forgot about that until like right before stream. So I'm just fucking with some of the settings for that stuff now, but we can go ahead and get a game up on the screen with my little pixelated placeholder, and then I'll pop on for you guys. How's deck 2 looking? What do you mean, dude? Who said anything about deck 1 being sorted? Howdy, returners. Howdy. Good morning, RBX Sire. We're getting you right from the jump today. What an exciting day. Alright. Alright, I'm looking through our matchups. We've got one new player with us this week. I love getting new players on the weekly, man. It's been a great year for new players on the weekly. You remembered, is that what it is? Let's see. We've got Irving versus June, Connor versus Pat. Connor versus Pat might be good at table 2. Ooh, Richie versus Anthony at table 5. We've got to go there. We got to go to table 5. That's the wrong live in game. That's right, we changed the scene. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and get this up. Table 5. Alright, let's see what's cooking here. What the heck is that? Oh, that was the octagon window. That's funny. Alright, folks, let's see what's going on over here today. So it looks like Anthony is on a wind ice, and Richie up top is on the 12. So Anthony versus Richie. Let me tell you, sure, ice wind doesn't overlap with too much, but you will never catch me bringing that to this event. But, I mean, who knows? People also may be unlikely to be jamming something they might actually play. I don't know, there's all different kinds, right? There's a kind of person who is still trying to figure it out and needs that kind of practice. There's a kind of person who just wants to get games in general, but they're hiding the real tech. You know, there's all sorts out there. Mostly just because it's not that I don't think there's power in these colors or in the color combination or anything like that. I do think there's a lot of decks that are going wide real fast that can just kind of deal with. Alright, seeing what we got going on here. Richie plays a Hien and then attacks with it, which is funny because The Hien will sacrifice himself into a block, but he does get to untap all the forwards, so we will get to attack again with Halone. And this is the craziest one to get to attack with here. So Richie is playing the 12. The 12, of course, just wants you to have as many members of the 12 on the field as possible, and then you start to turn on their better effects. So Halone here says, when Halone enters the field or attacks, choose up to 2 characters. If you control 6 or more, drop the 12, dull, and freeze them, and the opponent discards a card. So we did have our characters dull and frozen by Sid Hayes, if not the lock. But then we were able to play Hien, attack with Hien since he gets that haste. He untaps all the 14 characters, which is these 2, and then we're able to attack and dull freeze 2 characters ourselves, and still keep that pressure on the wind deck. So the wind deck now sitting at 5 damage. Looks like we are doing some fun things this turn, though. We are playing the Lulu, getting Chocobo, Chocoboing the lock, triggering Rosa. So we're at 3 casts and we haven't used Everett yet. We have a new lock in our hand to cast. So between lock and limit break, we can get to 5 for sure. I don't know if we're gonna even need to or bother trying to go for 7. We want to keep that Warrior of Light down because at this point he's going to be not only the most threatening attacker, but he'll just ping off the chump Lulu here. And Halone, of course, who has that nasty on-attack trigger. So we're going to freeze Halone and the Warrior of Light. But we don't have any other good mode to pick here because our opponent actually has no cards in their hand. So there's no forward to break, there's no monster to break, and there's no discard. Richie reminding him he's allowed to choose the break a monster mode if he wants to break one of his own guys, and then goes haha jokes. It is a legal choice. Hopefully I'm having a better week. Well, I appreciate you, Brett. Let's just say I don't think there's any way that next week can't finally be a good one. So we're just looking forward to that. Was going to play today, but lost confidence in deck building in the last hour. Hey, you know what? The nice thing about this is it's free to play, so if you totally mess up, we've had weeks where people build the deck, they show up, they play round 1, and they go, yeah, I literally forgot to put 3 of, like, you know, put 3 of the payoff card in this deck, so this deck doesn't even work. I'll be dropping. You know, it's happened, but don't worry about it, you know, there's nothing really too judgmental happening here, you know. Maybe I'll riz you a little on stream, but it's all in good fun. Luna Freya is gonna go ahead and reveal a couple of cards at the top. It looks like we're just praying here. Did we even start with the Nymeria draw? Oh no, we didn't. He's saying I'm paying differently. After looking with the Luna Freya, he says he's gonna pay differently. Sure. Oh no, I guess it's before the Luna Freya resolved. That's true. My bad. Alright, so we hit Lev 6 and Thornton. We're going to take the Thornton here. And we leave the red up and we go get Thornton, and then we go get, if we use Thornton to get Hien, we can do the thing again, right? Where we play Hien and he will attack and untap these 2. I mean, Anthony's at no cards in hand, right? So if we use Thornton effect, and we get Hien, even if we don't have a red card in hand, he's actually going to get Thaliak. It's fine too. But I was just thinking through, you know, like, oh, then you get to attack with the Halone and dull freeze 2 of these blockers. And alright, so we got Thaliak here, and Thaliak enters the field if you control 4 or more, drop to 12, which of course we do. Your opponent selects 1 forward they control, they put it in the break zone, and you draw a card. I mean, we're going to just be happy to put Rosa, or not Rosa, oh my god, that's the one we're not going to put in the break zone. Sid Hayes or Lulu. I was hovering over her and said the other one's name. Into the BZ. And it's gonna be the Lulu there. Yeah, Thornton off Lunafair is pretty good, huh? Popping in during the best part of the Storm deck, you better believe it. The future is bright. Oh, hey, you know, next week is going to be great. Next week we've got, I'm going to see a concert for one of my favorite bands on Monday with one of my best friends. Then it's Nats, baby. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's going to be a hell of a birthday week. Oh yeah, these guys, such gentlemen, dude. Anthony's saying like, oops, do you mind if I get the counter before going to my turn? And adds the counter to the Chocolate. Nats, yes, Brett, see you there. Come say hey. Give me the old, how's your father? Alexander, for 2 rips, 2 clean ones. Hey, how did we start? What was this turn? Let me take a little. Oh, we're just casting Alexander for 1 card. Okay. I was like, what else did we cast this turn? We didn't. Alexander was our first cast. We're digging, baby. We're in a little bit dire straits here. Richie's still trying to make the 12 work. I'll tell you, man, they're scary sometimes. They've got a lot of text. I'm tapping 2 backups with a Tomos on cast 2 here. Cast 2 being the Lulu, and targeting the Alexander back to hand. We are fishing. I see 1 Luso in damage. Oh, we're getting this Dane out here. It's cast 4. Or no, it's cast 3. Sorry, activating the backups. We didn't play the Alexander yet. Warrior of Light. So he takes Richie's Warrior of Light with Zidane. That's disgusting. That's very good. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to cast Warrior of Light, who's going to be untapping all the backups. And he says on the stack he's going to cast Alexander, which is going to trigger Rosa, which is going to reveal Zidane, because of course she is. Then we're going to draw 2 cards with Alexander. Then we're going to draw a card from Warrior of Light's effect and untap our backups. Very cool. 4-color Warrior of Light with Zidane is the absolute dream, man. That is the absolute dream. That's crazy. Okay, yeah, so basically the Zidane should have still been on top of his deck, so he said something weird happened because he cast Alexander and did not draw Zidane as one of the 2 cards. But then when I look at the chat log, right here it says Zidane is moved to the table. Oh, sorry, all the scrolls messing up. Right here, Zidane is moved to the bottom of the deck, then moves the cards to his hand. But then I tell him it says it went to the bottom of the deck, and then he checks the bottom of the deck, and it's Nash. So he just went and he got the... He just put it in his hand instead, and then kept the 1 random card. A little Octagon cheekiness. Yeah, so it's the fatty earlier saying, Thornton off Lunafreya is pretty good. Yeah, well, 4-color Warrior of Light off of Zidane is pretty good too, man. You haven't seen a 12 deck yet, Kurt? Yeah, Richie's been playing it a bit. He played it in the weekly once, I think. And then we have, we had local North Carolina 12 aficionado, Shashir. He made it into top cut at Raleigh with the 12. I think we did have him on stream 1 round on day 1. And he got his invite for Nats playing the 12, so cool to see. Never when I play Zidane. Yeah, me either, brother. Nothing but at my locals L3 this month. Oh no. Yeah, L3. Well, we don't play L3 at our locals. What do we got? Nofika, dude. She's the one who she comes in. She's got kind of a character retrieval on enter and on exit. So when she enters the field or is put from the field into the break zone, you choose a 12 in your break zone and you put it in your hand. Oh, I'm sorry guys, I forgot. I literally have the camera on my one screen, but not the other screen. Hold on. Turn off that thing. There we go. There you go. There you go. Now we're hanging out. Now we're having a good time. Oh, I gotta put the thing. Where's my wall? Oh, there it is. Hold on. I gotta line myself up with the edge of the box, dude. Is that it? Let's see. That looks right. Hold on. There we go. Perfect. Over here. Oh well. That's okay. We don't go that way. All right. Let's see what we got. Back into the game. Ice Wind. Yeah, Ice Wind is, I mean... We keep going wider! Oh, my man. Sergey's Evray. It's all happening so fast. Attacking with Ace. Revealing Terra. Oh, that's pretty funny. One of the very few misses in the deck. Len being the other there. Ooh, left 6. Return the Warrior of Light to its owner's hand. Yeah, real quick. Puts the Warrior of Light back in Richie's hand. And gets rid of the biggest threat, attacker-wise, on the other side of the table. Also does mean we don't die this turn, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 more attacks. But we've got the old... Oh, no, because it almost can animate an attack. Yeah, no, I think we're still in trouble. He's got 4 cards in hand now, though, so... With the Warrior of Light going back to hand, and we see that he does play instant speed interaction, so it'll be interesting to see maybe if he does have, if he has 11-6 to hardcast. I mean, it sucks, but... Oh my god, Azyma, dude! Azyma does it. Holy, choose a forward opponent controls, deal 2,000 for each job the 12 you control, and we're gonna kill Rosa immediately. She cannot protect herself. We should have, hindsight's 2020. We could have protected her before combat if we anticipated something like the Althic or the Azyma. Azyma, I don't know. If we had anticipated one of those, of course. This is the kind of thing there where, you know, at Nats, if he was playing this deck next week, Anthony going into this very same situation would think to himself, I remember that game I played where I didn't win because an ability blew up. I mean, you know, obviously, you know, this would have killed somebody else instead of the Rosa. Maybe he's even got another Rosa in his hand. And he also may just still win this game. But it's something to consider. It's something that will stick out in your mind from now on, you know? Oh, Fina. Holy shit. The actual cast of Athena can't be chosen by summons or abilities. I mean, so she's just saying, I'm sticking around, man. Wipe or bust. It also means we probably... Oh no, we've got 2 ice backups, so... Yeah, so Fina's a little awkward because we can't use her ability anyway, so... Boom, 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 ba-doom. This is an Endwalker song, man. Dude, the Endwalker, I really like the Endwalker soundtrack. Just a body at this point. Yeah, well, I mean, she's not just a body, though, right? She can't be chosen by summons or abilities, and I don't think there's a lot of, like, board-wide stuff going on. We don't have Shantoto LB or anything like that, so it would have to be the old-school Toto backup, which is probably in the deck and could very well happen, but that's one forward that can't be just, like, dull frozen by Halone or killed by Azyma, so it's like, it's something that, may stand in the way of Richie sneaking in those last few points of damage here. Oh boy, yeah, the old Warrior of Light, and we're gonna cast a Leviathan that we took from Richie with the with Zidane to cancel the Warrior of Light ability there, so it's really gonna make the rest of Richie's turn awkward. He still has 5 cards in his hand, still has a card or 2 yet to play because we gotta not lose. Ultimisha, very interesting. It's so cool to see what people are putting in as like their 20 slots. And we've always talked about those decks over time, right? The decks that are basically 20 slotters, where the first 30 slots just fill themselves out real fast, real easy, right? Every card that's the 12, done. All right, now, what are the 20 slots going to be? There's a lot of Season to Taste going on there, like this is Stola here. So we're playing Stola, we're targeting Azyma, and then he's going to go ahead and, yep, we're going to use another Leviathan. Taking all of our opponents' cancel summons is pretty good, huh? Well, we can't use Fina to cancel, but we can take their stuff. Oh, weird. Look what the green screen's doing to my green apple can. Like, making it blue. My green salted caramel apple cider, dude. This shit's so insane. It doesn't go back to hand. Yeah. He's just gonna... I mean, thankfully he still has that 10k first striker, right? Now there's a Lulu on the table, so it might not be a 10k first striker for long. But a first striker, even still with that action ability, isn't so bad. But of course, we're gonna go ahead and hit the Terra EX, and we're just gonna put a summon. We're gonna gift a summon to our opponent, Asura. Things are looking pretty rough for Richie here, unfortunately. The wind deck stabilized, and dug the feet in, turned the corner. Oh. Little Lahi. That video of Soken singing this like as badly like at like the top of his lungs so poorly is so funny. Yeah, the summon just yeah. A summon basically makes sure that we have action for Lulu, right? And then we can make sure the wall is just a little shrimp. He'll still take somebody with him, right? He can first strike block and then he can ping him for 5, but it's not looking great. We're gonna play the Len. We're gonna look. We're on our cast journey here. We have 8 cards left in our deck. This is cast 2. Tomos is gonna activate 2 of our backups. We're gonna have to go for a full cast turn, no Rosa here. I mean, so there's a lot of things he can hit that are really strong for him to just push through and win, right? So Sid Hayes is one of them, Locke is one of them. Put another counter on Chocolate, drawing a card with Chocolate. Yeah, we see 1, 2 locks in damage, or in the discard pile. I don't see any in damage, so I believe... Oh, never mind, there's 1 in play. So all the locks are out. Then Sid Hayes, we talked about being an out there. I see 1 Sid Hayes in the discard pile. So he's got to be what we're looking for here. I only see 1, yeah. Sid Hayes, when we get to the attack phase, he'll have that trigger that we've cast enough cards, so he'll get to dull freeze 2 characters. Then he can dull freeze the Y'shtola, because Y'shtola is still big here, because she has that ability that's making her large. So, oh, the Chocobo, yeah, that's pretty good. Chocobo on the Zidane is interesting. The Y'shtola, when we set her power to 5,000 with Lulu's ability, she's still, she still has that buff for herself. Anthony types in chat, I swear there's a fucking Luso in here. I swear there's a Luso in here. Richie just says, I can't do shit, man. Do whatever you want. You stole wall and 2 left 3. Yeah, I mean, that's a little bit tough, right? What are you gonna do about that? What are you gonna do about that, huh? No need for the Luso. Look, my man, he just wants it clean, dude. He walked into these EXs earlier, stopped his lethal turn. He just wants... Luso's about sending a message. Well, he's only got, like this is it, right? My man's drawing out his whole damn deck. So, he needs to kill on this turn. No ifs, ands, or buts. And no buts, because there's no barks in this deck. Going to crack the Len for her. Remove Len from the game, choose a summon in the break zone. We're going to cast Dryad to kill the Warrior of Light here. And Warrior of Light is going to 5k ping the Zidane. Be funny if Luce was the last card in the deck. Yeah, well, we'll see, man. Something has to be. Azyma is the first point of damage. Dude, this is exactly why Anthony did all that shit and tried to stop him. We're going to kill the ace with Azyma. Although, the ace is interesting because isn't it mandatory? Oh, I guess we can't target Fina and then the other ones are blockable. Maybe we kill Serge's. But if ace always has to draw him the card. Yeah, you have to. But yeah, no, it's 7 damage. Good game. Dude, what a game. Actually showing the Ralger, he didn't really get a chance to play. Needed for a couple turns to be able to kill a guy and then haste his way through. Close one for the 12 there. Alright, well, let's see what we've got going on. We're switching tables. We got the Vanadil Cam. We've got our our fall gear on, of course. Not really. It just so happens that the pumpkin head drops your enmity, and the trick or treat staff with the bat on it lets you warp around. So I just happen to have these things on my way mage anyway. All right, let's see. Results. We love results. Oh, we've got so many results. Table 1, June took it 7-4 over Irving. Oh. Table 6, Greg took it 7-0 over Brian. Table 4, JR took it 7-2 over Logan. Table 3, Anthony took it 7-5 over Richie. Just saw that one. Oh, that's not table 3. Dude, you're table 5. Why would you do this to me? Table 3. Anthony gets that one. Joe versus Kurt. That was actually table 3. Joe got it 7-3 over Kurt. Somebody's buzzing me in my pocket, dude. Table 2, Pat 7-3 over Connor. Table 7 is still cooking. That's our new guy, Gabe versus Xavier. We can go there in just a second. I've got a drop. Who's dropping? Oh, Mr. Irving. Alright, reflected. Okay. They've got a couple minutes here. Okay. Ice Wind isn't one that we've seen for a while here, guys. That's pretty cool to see. And we'll be maybe seeing it more later on. And I just got here late to this one, but it looks like Gabe got a 7-6. A close one here. Okay, that means we're pairing the next round already. We're zooming, folks. Okay. Pairings going up. Okay, pairings are up for round 2. We've got Pat Lou versus Anthony at table 1. So we're not going to watch that one because Anthony, we know that he is on Ice Wind, and we don't really know much else tonight. We know Anthony is on Ice Wind Storm. We know that Richie is on the 12. So table 2, we've got our new guy Gabe versus Greg. I like to give the new guys a little bit of a break as far as stream coverage, unless they're really crushing it and have to be on at the finals. So let's go to table 3. That's going to be June versus Joe. Both regulars at the weekly at this point have been pretty consistently jamming with us for a couple months. Love to see it. And both usually playing some pretty interesting decks. So let's see what we've got from June and Joe at table 3 this round. And then we'll see where we go from there. Bounce around. Maybe we go to table 4. We got JR, Mr. World's team member himself, versus Kurt, one of the absolute OG weekly players, man. All right, let's see. Anthony literally named his table for Pat table 1 Water Lightning, I'm sure. Hey, people like what they like, man. Alright, table 2, table 3, that's where we're going, table 3. Alright. Okay, let's get this up here. Live, let's get player names removed here. Let's get the game zoomed in for you. Let's sit up in our chair like appropriate humans, since we're about to be on the old Annie. You guys know how it is. Alright. Oh, now why did it do that to the chat? That's okay. Sonic Boom. Alright, let's see what is going on. Oh, holy, dude! Turn 1 Don Corneo? Turbo Don? In the year of our Lord 2025 and Co-World. Holy, dude. Alright, the Don's got 8K, First Strike, Brave, and Haste, dude. He's ready. He's keyworded up. He's coming in. He's ready for an attack, hold priority, do the fucking thing, dude. Wait, this isn't even good yet. He doesn't even have a guy to take. I mean, I know we're trying to mill the Raijin, Fujin, and turbocharge Gilgamesh, but the turn 1 Don in the face of nothing. We'll see. I mean, I get it. He always turn 1s. He always turbos. He doesn't usually have a guy to take. The whole point is milling 15 cards. I get it. I know. Fujin, Raijin are ready to attack as well. Don's already coming in for damage 1. Can June survive? Alright, so this is this is Joe. Joe, my man. Oh, June, what are you playing? This is sick. Oh, no. Unfortunately, it seems like the kind of deck that we're not going to get any time to do the thing. Yeah, Ash doesn't do shit when you don't have any backups. And Oh no. No, Mono Water really hates to see 3 things turning sideways on turn 1. But boy, I love Mono Water. I would have loved to see more of this deck from June, but unfortunately, I think it might be lights out pretty fast here. We're gonna need a Asura Manusia of War, dude, to return herself to hand. She can do that, right? Is it character other than her? It might be. It might be. Manusia of War. The preview image is the smallest picture I've ever seen. One character other than her. Oh no! Oh no! Do we play Shinryu? I hope we play light Shinryu. Man. It might just be cooked. It might just be, as the kids say, cooked. Oh shit, we had Big Lev! We hard cast the Lord of the World. Yeah, I mean, so you bounce him back to hand, and which one do you kill? You get rid of the one that's giving them first strike in ZK? Question mark? Maybe we get rid of the one that gives people haste, and so that if they draw Cypher, we probably get rid of the Raiju. We do check the discard pile to see if there's more than one of any of them in there. There is another Raijin in there. That's another point in the get rid of Raijin column. So yeah, goodbye Raijin. Turns off some, I mean, it doesn't really turn off the Cypher threat, right? Because Cypher comes into play, and then what's Cypher going to do when he comes into play? He's going to pick Raijin up from the discard pile. And that would be, that's like the worst case scenario for June, because we kind of had to put everything on the line of this Leviathan. This was literally like Leviathan, cross those fingies. Excited to see you next weekend, baby. Oh, it's gonna be great, man. It's been a while. It's been a while. All right. Well, oh god. Oh, this is a little. Oh, it's Noctis. Is it Noctis for Dawn? Is it Noctis for Dawn? It's Chaos. No. No! No way! We're playing Chaos with the restriction, baby. We out here. We out here. We're removing monsters. What is happening? This is the world that Kageyama envisioned, bro. This is the future he saw. Where players played Chaos for his honest effects. Oh my lord, June goes down to no hand, no Leviathan, and no chance. What could you do? What can you even do? You're mono water, you're drawing 2 cards per turn. You're cooked, bro. There's nothing. There's nothing. You can pitch a card from your hand and play a 1 CP Kodav, and it kills the Fujin. There's just nothing to do. Tros. I mean, hey, you know what? We developed a forward that, like, can't just get bounced, I guess, but it's just gonna trade with Noctis, right? Leo pass Prey. Yeah, I mean, probably just as effective as this is, right? Except we'd actually have a card in our hand. I think you're right, Muhammad, because if we're playing the Lev 9, it's clearly got Elena in the deck, right? So our out is surviving to resolving Elena to get the Leviathan back in play. Now I know that that's a stretch, especially since there's 8 cards in our discard only right now. But if we were able to Leo, we keep a card in hand because we're going to need to be able to pitch 2 to play that Elena at some point. So if we just stay in top deck mode, draw 2, pass, we can definitely not do it. But yeah, the The game is over, brother. That is that. No, the damage from the chaos ability too is right. Oh my god. Alright, well. Yeah, that will do it, huh? We use the Chaos S. Baby, we're done. Congratulations. Wow. Wow. Chaos, folks. Chaos is here. How exciting. Alright. Osark, yes. Using the good stuff. Alright, wow. That's crazy, man. Let's switch tables here. I really... No, see, this is the shame. Because, dude, June's deck looks so cool. We're even got the new Kamari, the back attack guy in there. We've got all of the awesome, like, new Titus stuff. Like, I really am interested in those cards. I think that Titus is so neat. And, like, a mono water Final Fantasy X heavy angle. Would have been such a cool game to watch. Except, beep beep, brow, the Turbo Dawn into the fucking chaos, dude. I cannot believe that. And mono water hates to see that coming. You hate to see that coming. You do not want that many things turning sideways before you even draw your first card. Alright, well. Let's go to table 4 then. I said we would probably pop to 4 if we had time. Oh, at table 4 we've got Turbo Bosch versus Dragoons. Dude, there's just so much going on in this meta, man. Dragoons is real as hell. We saw 2 of them get into the top cut at Raleigh. We saw Kerr do really well with them last week, I think it was. Maybe 2 weeks ago. I think it was last week. I'm sorry, I'm thumpering my desk here. Shaking the cam. Alright, so we've got Turbo Bosch on the top of the table being played by JR, and then we've got Kurt on the bottom playing Dragoons. Let me just do one of these little for you guys. Yeah, Dragoons is in a little bit of a pickle here because they don't have an Alice engine going and they don't have very many backups in play. But at the same time, Turbo Bosch deck, for having Bosch and both Fujin and Raijin on the table, hasn't done any damage yet. So, I mean, we might be in a totally fine spot here. We're plenty of time for Kurt. We just, looks a little weird. Doesn't look so hot. Love that Don Corneo deck. Used to play it a ton, hell yeah. Dude, what I don't need another one of these ciders. I need a cup of coffee, dude. That's what I need. I've had a long one. I don't know about you folks. How's your week going? How you guys doing? I'm checking in with you. How are you doing? You know? When's the last time someone asked you how you're doing? The usual. Oh shit. Oh, I do have water. You can see it. Look. Oh, you can see the water in my Dave and Buster's thing I drink water out of. There's water in there. Delicious. Thank you, Muhammad. Look at that. You got to watch. How you don't get to see it a lot. I usually just am lazy. You get to watch me drink, just chug. Dude, this is just like, if you're drinking water, man, the whole point is just drink that. Get that water in there. We need quantity in tummy. I just want to just guzzle it down. Fill this whole thing up and just go, 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 go. Oh, I'm shooting water. I'm shooting water everywhere. Alright, Bosch. Oh boy, the first attack was an RNA. And we're just going to go ahead and snap off the old Fujin there. Raijin. Snap off Raijin. Fujin still hanging out. Connects for damage number 2. Still 9k thanks to Ash. Ash finding her way into this like having a purple angle and they're still having like the Ash and stuff is interesting. Oh, we got another Dura from June. Yeah, after I you bring out your cool fun thing and then it just goes. You gotta wait 30 minutes for the next round. I don't blame you. Sorry. I'm haunted by Rise. I'm haunted. God, dude, Nats is so soon. It's in a week, folks. It's in a week. We've got one more weekly next week, 305, and then we're on the road, folks. That's it. We'll be in LA. Okay, we're gooning. We're gooning. See you there. That's right, brother. I will see you there. We're gooning. We're gooning. This is that song that sounds like a Power Man 5000 song. How do you not think of When Worlds Collide every time you hear this song? I do. Alright, so what do we got here? We've got old Balthier, dude. Bringing in a 2-drop Pinello. She's going to activate 2 characters because we've got plenty of pirates. Actually, we don't have plenty of pirates. We have literally 2, her and Balthier, but a little self-fulfilling prophecy there as he brings her in. She's got plenty to trigger. We do have a weird like haste lean here if we wanted to, especially because we can go to combat and give all of our guys Brave in 2K, and so then we can attack with the Balthier, but then also use the Balthier to haste. But I don't think, again, we'd have to tap 2 Sky Pirates to get a Sky Pirate haste. And we only have 2 Sky Pirates, so we can't do that. But if we had a 3rd Alright, I need a cup of. Alright, I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee. You guys keep an eye on this game. And tell me if there's anything that I need to know when I come back over. la-li-li, la-di-di, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. I'm back with the coffee. Hello. Who's cheating? Marked cards where? What? Played Goons last night at Locals. I've been playing Goons at Locals too recently. Game 3 I went real deep to find an Alice. You don't always need them, man. 1 second, Mulligan, Rickard into another backup following turn. Luna Freya hit the Alice. Oh, there you go. He got him. He got him. Ash. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That'll get him. That'll get him. Alright, guys. Did I miss anything crazy? It looks like I just missed a turn of Dragoons doing not much and us attacking with Sky Pirate stuff. Oh, never mind. Dragoon's about to do plenty. We got the, oh, actually, Ash sure makes it weird. We have a double Bloss. There was a big PvP event yesterday? Where? For what? Do you think you missed it? PvP event? A PvP event, you said? Oh shit. Alright, so we're gonna start using Ash activation. So the thing is, Ash, of course, she can duel any Final Fantasy XII character to choose a forward and make the next damage it receives minus 2,000. Right now, Freya is offering up a serving of 10k to the board. So we're going to protect a couple forwards here just by giving Ash minus 2. She's going to survive that 10, which is nice. So we're going to do the same thing for Balt here. We're going to let the Penelo go, and she actually lets us get back a Sky Pirate when she goes to the discard pile. Do we have a Sky Pirate to return to our hand? Oh, we have a Fran in there. It's not Yume either, that's interesting. I can't tell if we did the Penelo trigger. Did we do Penelo? They didn't answer me. Maybe they missed it. Yeah, so it is a mandatory trigger. It's not even... That's interesting. It's not choose up to one. So when she exits the field, you must choose a Sky Pirate in your break zone. We did have a legal target the friend added to your hand. So, what is a Gunslinger game? Gunslinger is normally like a side event that they have at events where there's like people who you would be interested in playing a game against, like a celebrity match almost. So like at Nationals, for example, they will have Gunslinger, and they'll have like Hobby Japan players or Hobby Japan employees will be playing FFTCG games against people. So it's like the opportunity to play a game against somebody who, you know, you're challenging the gunslinger, but it's an opportunity to just play a game against someone who might not normally get a chance to play games, or that you might not normally get a chance to play against. So sometimes it'll be, yeah, Hobby Japan staff is probably the most frequent, but sometimes like Square Enix staff, like Rochelle used to do it. Sometimes you'll have somebody like a world champ, or I do it for fun sometimes. You can spend channel points to do it here if you want. We can jam a game. At Haunted Hotel one year I was doing gunslinger games. Usually they give a stack of prizes. I left out the whole reason that you do it, right? Well, I guess part of the fun for me is playing against those people, right? And sharing your deck ideas with them anyway. But it is a gunslinger game. Normally, when it's a side event, they have like a stack of foil cards, and if you win, you get a foil. And when the Hobby Japan people do it, they give you like Japanese foil cards. So I have like a couple of foil Japanese cards from gunslinger things over the years. Oh my god, the Bumblebee raid song. Honeybee Lovely, right? You're saving up for the Millie? You got a taste of the mod life and now you want it for real? Yeah, because we had to fix your shit that one week. That was so weird. And it just resolved itself, huh? Without us doing anything? Alright, anyway. Yeah, weird. Cypher, Raijin, Fujin, oh, the gang's all here, and that's 3 hasty guys that are gonna kill Cloud on attack, and we are only 3 damage away. And one thing Dragoons doesn't have, especially with no cards in hand, is a lot of interaction on the opponent's turn. We are literally praying for Aranea, Arapreya off the top. Here we go. Oh my god, our prayers were answered. It's just that easy. Folks, it is just that easy. Folks. Is it still not enough? It's funny though. It's funny as hell. I don't know why I thought we could take 2 damage. No, we're still dead. Oh no! Oh wait, no, we're not. Cause the Fujin, they all came out this turn, and the Freya stuck. Guys, holy shit! We just did that. We did it. I'm so sorry I used my powers like that, guys. I shouldn't normally be putting my finger on the scale for these matches. I didn't mean that. Divine intervention. Holy Lord. And he had the Cherry Blossom. Kurt, I gave you all the Spirit Bomb energy. Rigged. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's crazy. Come on. That's too good. That's too good. Hits the next Cypher, dude. Just Aranea. Think about that. Oh, we need a blocker stat though, Kurt. Well, I don't know that I'd be turning these Dragoons sideways, brother. I don't know that I'd be turning Dragoons sideways. My man can't he just like Kusith or Noctis or whatever the fuck a Raijin back from his discard pile and kill you? Aren't you just dead? Oh no, because we can get another Freya and then we can use her S? Or we already have one in hand maybe? We can... Well, he has 1 card in hand, and if it's lightning, we can break. He's gonna try to do it right now. So he's only got 1 card in hand after this. I think this is fine. You let the Cloud kill the Freya, and you assume that your deck has ways to deal with this Cloud next turn. You can just play what's his deck, Kane from your Limit Break deck and get back this Freya, and then do the same thing that you might consider doing right now, except with more cards off the top of your deck, so more information. You know, maybe you don't even have to break any of that stuff for it. So this Cloud is not going to be followed up by something that's going to give it haste. He only has one card in hand, so in my opinion, I let this ride. He does have that. He's thinking about it. Like, oh, do I do this to kill the Cloud right now to keep him at no forwards? He's got 8 cards left in deck. But it's like, you can do all that same stuff next turn. Alright. Yeah, the EX. That's right, RB. Sheesh, man. Guys, who's fucking with Cookie Run? I'm talking about the Bravers. Oh, my thing's backwards. Well, you get the idea. What do you know about Pumpkin Pie Cookie, dude? What do you know about Pumpkin Pie Cookie? Nothing. Nothing. Okay. You have all 5 structure decks? Hell yeah. Dude, the starters are really fun to play against each other. The mechanics are just good. The card stock for is pretty good. It's a little bit better than like the cheapest. It's like one step up from cheapest card stock, and it does have that glossy finish to it. I can hit you with an actual probably like 190 maybe GSM. It's no 210. Might be. I need a Hero Clicks card. I need a Magic card. I need a Pokemon card. I need a Hero Clicks card. I need a Final Fantasy card. Let's start. It's like One Piece feeling. Yes, they're pretty close to One Piece. Yeah. It definitely has that finish on the card like they have. Yo, we played this? The 4K, the Cloud? Uh-oh. I mean, I think we're still kind of chilling, but I'm surprised we didn't play Kane. Where's Kane? He should be like, we should be playing this guy every other turn, bro. He costs 4 and he puts a guy back in our hand and he has first strike. And he's a LB1. Like, we should be caning back Good Freya. And then keeping the threat of the special on board online. We do have some results flowing in, so let's go ahead and read those out loud for you guys while I punch them in on the little screen here. So table 1, we had Anthony's take it 7-4 over Pat. Table 3, Joe took it 7-0 over June. We saw that one. That was the beat down, dude. Chaos. We've got table 6, Xavier took it 7-4 over Logan. And table 4, Richie took it 7-6 over... Oh my god, that's not table 4. You guys drive me fucking crazy. Just don't put the table number if you're not sure what table you were at. Richie at table 5 against Brian. That's alright, I still love you guys. It's just so funny that every round somebody just puts just totally incorrect table number. Logan's dropping. Alright, brother, I got you. Let's see. June... I need to give these guys the Donkey Kong of approval. Donkey Kong of approval. Brian, I see you as well. King. Oh, they're coming in hard and fast. I got you, brother. No problem. DK. Donkey Kong. Dude, I'm a little salty that they put DLC out, paid DLC out for Bonanza like a month after the game came out, and it's like this really, really cool, fun-looking roguelite like type mode that just should have been in there from the beginning, but it's fun. All right, but I'm the sucker who bought it. I just had so much fun playing Bonanza. Let's be real though, we were gonna buy anything. We were gonna buy anything. How do I like Bonanza? You see me hop on every once in a while? Well, that's because I was playing it straight for like 2 weeks, and I played the hell out of it, and then I beat it, and now I don't play it because I play other things. But they added that new mode, so I've actually been I was playing it recently. I unlocked the new mode. I did the new mode on DK Island, and I want to start like doing more of that because it's fun. It's cool. It's like literally like you're doing like roguelite runs of just smashing the shit out of the whole map, which is what I end up doing, whether it's my objective or not, most of the time anyway. All right, we've still got. I got lost with the zebra. Yeah, the game definitely slowed down at that part where you like split and you go, but the power, so the zebra power was the one I used the least the entire game. So like that whole, I think that's like the world I skipped over the most. Like it was really just not fun and not interesting. I say not fun. It was still fun, but it wasn't as exciting or fun as the rest of the stuff. There was the power you get after those two is so fun. I use it all the time. It's like my most used one. So then it like I got re-excited, and yeah, and then they start to do a really good job with like it's funny because the boss fights are all so simple and you kill them in like 2 seconds, but then the like towards the end of the game there's a couple fights where you're just like, wow, these are really fun. Like I'm rapidly swapping between Bonanza powers. I had the new Pro controller has like the programmable paddles. So I just programmed them to left and right D-pad to like swap the Bonanza powers fast, so like you can do it on the fly. It's fun. It's just fun. Nintendo's good at just fun, man. I'm not saying it's the best game ever. I'm not even saying maybe it's worth how much it costs, but it's fun. If Blockbuster existed, I would say go out and rent it. If you're in my family, I can give. If you come over, I can lend you my virtual game card. Fucking shit. I have to pick it up and try it back out. Yeah. It's I say get yourself through that zone. Try to get to the next power. Chunky body. See if you don't like that one, dude. The song for that one is still even stuck in my head, dude. You know, excited about dude. ZA is gonna be fun. Have you played Pokemon on the Switch too? It's actually so fucked because it runs so much better that it populates the world with like too many Pokemon. So like when I'm trying to walk around, I'm just like accidentally tripping over random encounters like every 5 seconds because it's like oh shit, it's not. It's so much power that this game never had. It pops Pokemon in like crazy. It's so funny. So it does two things at once. It proves that the hardware was the issue. Not that we didn't know that, right? But it proves that if you could have just had a Switch Pro, Pokemon would have had a much better time, right? But it also proves that they knew it was going to be fucked because when it can actually load everything at full speed, it's like it's overcrowded. You put 200 to 300. Yeah. Oh, for sure. Let me tell you, I didn't do the DLCs. I did so much of it, and then I completed the decks. I shiny charmed. I was competing on VGC, and then I was burned out I did like some of the DLC stuff, but the DLC areas, like I started the game again to see how it worked on Switch too, and I was just like in one of the grassy areas of one of the DLC islands, like the one that has all the trees, like the like the apple trees and shit. And yeah, it was not good. You had a March 2017 Switch? Dude, I have a March 2017 Switch. Let me tell you, that thing's battle tested. Okay? This game is over. I hope it didn't just... This game maybe has been over. I'm going to put the results in and get the next round paired. But I'll show you guys my Switch, dude. My Switch was like hanging on for dear life, desperate for the upgrade. It was desperate for the upgrade. Ain't that annoying now not to be able to share things easily? Yep, it sure is. Yeah, it's a pain in the dick. I hate it. It's like they don't want you to share the thing with your friends, as if I like your product and then share it with my friend, like that's not free fucking advertising for your product. If the product is good and they like it, they're probably a customer for your next product, dude. Like, come on. This is 101 stuff. Just let people share shit with their friends. Your Switch is not battle tested. My Switch has like tumbled, bro. My Switch is like coming apart. Not to even talk about the Joy-Cons, which have been replaced twice. Oh my god, what is this Ultima Thule mix? What? Hold on. Ooh. Because of loss and fire and pain, dude. Oh my god. Dude, Pulse 2, man. I haven't listened to the second one yet. I saw that Square Enix put an official video up. Oh, we're popping! Oh! Yo, they didn't report. Kurt, you guys didn't report. Kurt, please report. It's on maybe 10 total hours out of the dock. Yeah, no, mine traveled, dude. Mine traveled. Also, I maybe knocked it over in the dock once or twice, you know? But it traveled, man. I just assumed there was gonna be a Switch Pro, like, or something. The OLED was not really, it wasn't really it. It was literally no stronger. I was waiting for, like, I guess that Switch 2, it literally is just the Switch Pro. But I was waiting for one of those, just knowing that whenever that came out, I would just be buying it because it would be replacing my Switch, which needed to go. It needed a rest, okay? Now its watch has ended. There's a Switch Pro. Yes, Switch 2. Yeah. Dude, I still think it's fucking crazy that they didn't change the UI at all. Like, throw me a bone, dude. Do a little something. Do a little something. At least make me feel like if I close my eyes and open my eyes, I'm in the next generation. Instead of, like, I missed a Switch update, you know? They kind of did, yeah. But it's also like the Switch is the single most successful console of all time, and we saw that they literally tried to do the same thing with the Wii, right? The Wii U. If it was called the Wii 2, like the Switch 2, it would have been way more successful. The thing is, I'll tell you, I was selling Wiis to people, the kind of person who made the Wii successful, the kind of person who never bought a gaming console before the Wii. And when the Wii U came out, they were like, oh, I have the Wii already. Like, I don't need that peripheral for it. They thought it was just like an extra thing for the Wii. If they knew it was the next Wii and felt like they were missing out, they would have maybe engaged with it. But instead, they just felt like they had it already. Not like there was no FOMO there. Now I would go to bat for the Wii U though. That console had some really great games on it. I just tuned in to see this one. Greg getting that one 7-6. Kurt, are you in chat? I need you to report your game. Or JR, are you in chat, brother? Oh, Rain Dog, give us a little spooky haunted house music if you leave it alone too long, like the Xbox. Dude, the Xbox had all kinds of fun little... Hey, you know what I was just talking about the other day? The Xbox 360... They used to have the Blades menu, and then they changed it to that crazy, like, modernized Netflix, like, 3D thing with the avatars and shit. Dude, take me back to the Blades, okay? I liked the Blades. The 4 simple Blades. It was a different time, okay? It was all I needed. Kurt, 7, JR 6. Thank you, Kurt. I appreciate you. All right. Dude, we got talking and Kurt took that one. I love that. I don't know that I paid attention enough of that earlier. All right, so our 3 undefeated players still are Joe, Lavin, Anthony, Apigo, and Greg Sonier. I'm not surprised to see any of those names at the top. Anthony is on Ice Wind. Greg is on, I think I just saw him on a, maybe it was a 12 type build. I'd have to look again. I saw it for a brief second. And then Joe up at the top. Of course, we watched him round 1. Sorry, we're talking about job support in this game? In what? Oh, you guys were talking. Oh, no, that's fine. Hey, man, talk shop all you want. Just report your match. I was watching it, so I should have remembered what the damage was, but I had moved on and forgot. All right. Pairing the next round. That's true. Let me make sure I have all the drops. I've got a drop from Brian. I've got a drop from Logan. And I've got a drop from June. Hazius with the Subarino, brother. Thank you so much, King, for the sub. I appreciate you. I look so forward to seeing you, to hanging out a little bit next week. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Max is going to be a blast, that's for sure. Everybody, Friday is my birthday. You can find me at the bar in the lobby of the hotel. I am accepting any and all beverages. You can find me in the lobby, and I will be accepting any and all beverage purchases. Alright, let's see. I've got Irving, I've got June, I've got Logan, I got Brian. I've got Irving, I got June, I got Logan, I got Brian. Alright, they're all dropped. Perfect. Next round. Next round. Got a crew of the Colorado folks coming to play. Oh, brother, I know you got the Colorado folks coming. I saw my man, my brother Levi is gonna be there. King, I'm so excited, dude. Levi is the fucking one of the OGs, dude. I wouldn't know where the liquor store was at this hotel if it wasn't for Levi. I'm too far away. Do I have Venmo? I have Twitch. I do have Venmo. You can probably guess what the name that you could look up and find me with is. I'll give you a hint. It's 5 letters. I lied. I can't even spell my own fucking... It's 6 letters. It's not 5 letters. I lied. It's 6 letters. It's 6 letters. Oh god. Garage Gang VIP, that's for sure. Yeah, look, math is hard, folks. We can't count here. Alright. We've got pairings. I've got my droppers down. Pairings are going up right now, folks. He wants the last four of my number? My phone number? I got you, brother. I got you. Boom. Thank you, Toshiro92. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. Enjoy all of your fun emotes. Love to go to Nats, but it's such a hike from where I'm at. Hey, you know what? It's a big trip, but the years, I think, if you plan to go, if you know you're going to go, one way or the other, like, plan it out at the beginning of the season. Decide, like, I'm going this year, whether it's to hang or to play, and then try real hard to get the qual all season. But if it keeps going the way it's been going, I mean, not only have the LCQs come back, and is the LCQ looking really, really, like, it's getting bigger, they're putting more invites into it, like, they're doing all the right moves, and they've got all these events, the day two. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw, Judge Jared just put out a new video that was kind of talking about how Wolves Den is back, and he was mentioning that that's going to be something that people who are both Nats players and LCQ players can participate in. So it's cool that there's side events that are going to be open for the people who are around to participate in, and that it's not just going to be kind of closed off. Because one thing about the embassies, we didn't have a lot of space, we didn't have a lot of room, so they did kind of keep people out of the room even when the side events and stuff were going on. So it's cool. I think that it's always worth coming to hang out and have a good time with everybody if you know that you're going to have friends there and you can, like, plan ahead and treat it like a vacation, right? Because it is going to cost you, you know, it's not cheap. It's a vacation. It's LA. But it's a really fun time. So I wouldn't say just do it, right? Because maybe, you know, let's be responsible adults. But plan around it one year, and then you'll have it to look forward to all year. It's going to be a good time. But the Shantoto Cast guys and Mike and Emmanuel, they're going to be doing an awesome job giving you guys live coverage from the event. So I'm sure that'll be really fun to watch from home. Goal is to try to qualify for next year, but the struggle is repping games. Yeah, look, you just got to jam them. You just got to jam them. Get online and jam games with people. Find somebody from the Discord who wants to get practice in also, and just start doing private 1v1 Octagon nights, or just jamming some extra games against each other. I'm basically forcing my roommate to play at least one game every night, during the week. Alice, A-list. Alright, let's take a look. Final Fantasy. Alright, let's look. How to pronounce... Here we go.
Alice.
Alice. Basically like Alice in Wonderland. Alice. Today we all learned something. Thank you, Toshiro. I actually, I enjoy confirming these things sometimes when you guys spend on those things. I learn something too. Alice. All right. I did put the pairings up, and the players are in the rounds. I should probably get a game up on the screen for you guys, huh? Let's go to table 1. because it very well may be our finals here tonight. An RVA Chopper one in the sky. Oh, I said he was playing a 12 deck. That's not at all what it was. I just saw a whole bunch of the colors from the 12, but this is a Wall 7 deck, and you know what? No surprise, because Greg has been pairing it up with Wall 7 in the weekly this month. He has won 2 of the last 3 events with a Wall 7 deck with some small tweaks here and there. I think that if I didn't see Greg playing Wall 7 and Scions, now it's not to blow up your spot, Greg, but I would be surprised if I could be a betting man. I think he's got Scions so solved, like he's so comfortable with it that he's just trying to figure out what the second thing is. Alright, let's get the names on the screen since the game's on the screen, huh? We've got the player 1. That's gonna be Anthony. And then we've got Greg on the right. And I mean, this is already a great matchup to have for potential finals. But who's our pair down have to play? Who's Joe have to fight? Alice? Who the fuck is Alice? I don't know, man. From whatever that game is that it says on his card. We found the perfect liquor store and taco stand by the hotel after Greg's Halloween tournament. What a great weekend. So, well, there's the one liquor store that's kind of around the corner. There's another taco truck that we found that was like a little bit down. But, dude, I want to go to Casa Gamino, dude. I love Casa Gamino. That was the little Mexican place where we were getting like the margarita flights and shit. Dude, I love that restaurant. I really hope, first of all, it's still there. You always gotta hope that kind of thing, but I want to eat there so bad. I missed that. Sorry, Rainy, I missed that one. Garage Gang, dude, VIP, that's right. Gang, gang. My name for him is card that is always at the bottom of my goon deck. Look, I've been finding recently that even, like, he's obviously crazy. He's obviously cracked to stick too, right? Like, I'm not saying a third card every turn isn't wild, but I do find that the Dragoon stuff is actually, like, as long as you get your backups, you get set up on backups pretty early, the Freya stuff's just so individually strong with a powerful Dragoon backup line now that I find myself needing, like being less desperate for him. As long as, you know, I get set up. Speaking of setup, we have an Ice Wind deck that is on 5 backups with Atomos and Evray in play. So we are ready to basically just take full advantage of our color combination here. We do have 4 wind backups down as well, which is important to note. Remember last game that we watched of Anthony's, he did not have the wind, he had 3 wind backups and 2 ice backups. So the Finas that we know he plays in the deck weren't actually able to cancel anything, whereas here they might play a big part. Now, unfortunately, this is Greg's turn, and we are putting Anthony to 6 damage right now. So Anthony's gonna have to stabilize yesterday, bro. He's gonna have to stabilize immediately. Haven't updated the Goon deck in 4 sets. Oh, dude, I mean, it's really fun right now. The new Freya, just the fact that, because here's the thing with Dragoons, is you are already doing weird stuff, like you're filling your deck with mid to bad Dragoon cards, and then a really powerful Freya, right? And then you were filling your deck with Freyas you never want to play, just to be able to special with Freya. But now there's a second Freya that you want to play that also has a special. So the amount of consistency that adds to the deck, instead of there being 6 dead draws, there's only 3, and they're much less dead, much less often, because you have 2 outlets for them, right? On top of the fact that there's just been more good Dragoons printed, more backups printed, etc. Kane is an insane limit break card. Kane is a really, really good limit break card. I encourage people to if you're playing Dragoons, we were watching a Dragoon game earlier where I feel like we saw almost no Kane action, dude. I feel like I play Kane. I play all 3 Kanes every game, man. He's crazy. All right, Airship Cruise Beats Volume 3 by DJ Kickoff. That's a classic around these parts. Probably around like the 260s, 270s. We were blasting this all the time. I saw it on the playlist. Sure, let's use this one to bring us home. Let's use this one to bring us home. New Freya is goated. Yeah, so the Freya is strong as hell, man. And it's really good to have a second outlet. But one thing that it is a little weird is that old Freya just takes care of every problem when you get to her thing. But new Freya, she only points and clicks. So she kind of takes care of problems one at a time, and that can be a little iffy on effectiveness when you're trying to just like not die. Welcome to the future. Also, her it's much easier to counter new Freya's S ability. Like a Mist Dragon just turns that shit to 0, whereas it's a lot harder to, especially because of Dragoon backups and prevalence, and the prevalence they have in the deck. It's much harder to kill Freya and stop the inevitability of Cherry Blossom. I was going to say Chaos Blossom for some reason. Kerry Blossom. John Kerry Blossom. Chaos Blossom. Alright, Sid Highwind, brother. He's doing his thing. Searching for fucking anything. Please, Sid, we need a card. We need a trigger here. Oh, like if they're removed from the game, you mean? Yeah, I could see that. I agree with that. Also, we just kind of glazed over it. Thank you, by the way. I didn't even take out my phone and look yet, but if you actually like Venmoed me money for a drink, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Oh boy! All right, we've got Sergey's. We're gonna attempt to freeze here. Do we have the Warrior of Light? S. Oh, we've got something different. We're going for the full Ama here. The full Ama treatment. Yeah, well, that's probably a GG here, huh? Greg, man, might be taking another week with Wall. We've got the lock, okay. So, is the last card in hand a Warrior of Light? Because we're going to try to break Wall and freeze, still freeze the other two. Last card's a Warrior of Light. What can you do? Wicked. Yeah, brother. I mean, I think Anthony did everything he could. He just shows, yeah, you're going to attack. This guy gets dull frozen. I block with Sid Highwind, and then it's good game. Like, they're just talking it through. Man, yeah, that is tough. That is a good game there. Nice and quick for Greg. Sorry, Anthony. Good game, well played, Greg says. Easy. Clap for Greg. Let's see if he's going to have to play a tiebreaker or if he's going to take his third victory in 4 weeks. All right, switching tables. Vanderbilt Cam. Luke Machu's talking about farming Gra chips. Okay. Now see, the most powerful Dragoon that they don't have in the Dragoons deck yet is Snugsy. That's the Dragoon you need. Oh man, I'll tell you, Pat is the player that Joe has to play against at table 2. Pat is a heck of a tough opponent. He's going to have a deck chock full of EX Burstos. He's got a very unique Water Lightning list and that Odin that just punches people in the face. And actually, as I get to the table, it looks like It looks like it might all be over, folks. By the time I'm here, yep, this is looking like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. Dude, they just finished. It sure looks like it. Fucking a sideways Odin and 7 points of damage, man. Oh, good. Alright, I'll get out of here. Well, I guess then, folks, that's it for us. A nice 2-hour bite-sized stream for you this week. We had first place once again is Greg with Wall 7. Folks, if Wall 7's not on your radar for next week, it better be. Not that even knowing about it and having it on your radar does a whole lot to prevent its effectiveness. It's just one of those decks, man. If you're good at revealing the top 5 cards of your deck and hitting some good targets, it might just be one of the decks for you for Nats. Plus, there's so much room to build it or tweak it or season it with your own personal spice. And I think that people really enjoy decks like that. So, very cool. Congratulations to Greg for taking it this week with Wall 7. It feels like we just got started. I know, 2 hours just like that. Gone, dude. That's how fun it is to just hang out to do Final Fantasy stuff. Look, I love, I love streaming these games as much as the next guy, but we take the early nights when we get them because you know what? We all know we're going to have those nights. Next week, guys, speaking of, remember, we want to do a little 2-deck format warm-up, so I'll be posting details about how we're going to do next week's locals. It's probably going to run a little bit longer. I expect there to be a little bit more drops and stuff, but I think we're probably just going to run 3 rounds no matter what. No matter how many people play, we're going to run 3 rounds, which means we're probably going to have multiple undefeateds at the end of 3 rounds, whatever. That's something for me to solve, and I'll just get stuff for everybody there. But yeah, look for details. We'll post that in the Discord about next week so that we can do a little bit of 2-deck practice, get people to practice for... I know that Swiss isn't going to be 2 decks, so practicing regularly on the weekly is pretty much the same as practicing for Swiss. However, get you in the mentality of a fun little, like, actually having to have 2 decks that have the same build restrictions, see what it looks like when people are playing decks that conform to those build restrictions, and also see what playing Top Cut might feel like. So we'll be doing a little bit of that next week, so tune in for that. Otherwise, folks, congratulations to Greg for crushing it. This is rarely a thing that happens here. These repeat performances back-to-back with the same deck from the same player. So, Greg, pat yourself on the back a little bit there, because these are not easy players that you're playing against. These are some tough cookies. So, congratulations once again to Greg for taking it this week with Wall 7. And we will see you next time, next week, next Wednesday at 7 o'clock Eastern. You know the drill. Until then, folks, adios. Get those practice games in. Get those practice games in.